Greetings, fellow knowledge seekers. Today, we embark on a captivating journey to uncover the secrets behind one of the wealthiest nations on Earth. From its bustling cities to its picturesque countryside, the country boasts a prosperity that belies its small size. But what exactly fuels this economic powerhouse? That's what we're here to find out. This is the Netherlands. With a population of 17.6 million, or almost a third of Spain's total, it is a small nation, 235 times smaller than the US. But despite this, it manages to boast the 18th largest economy in the world. Its GDP exceeds the combined GDPs of Hungary, Singapore, and Qatar. How then did it arrive here? What makes this little country one of the richest in the world? Allow me to explain. But before that, if you think this little squirrel is cute, give him some love by liking and subscribing. Let's dive in and discover the riches of the Netherlands together. The Netherlands has a peculiar and intriguing topography that sets it apart from other countries. It is a very flat country with more than 25% of its surface below sea level. It is situated in northwest Europe, close to the North Sea. There is a real proverb that reads, "God created the earth, but the Dutch created the Netherlands," which alludes to the Dutch people's long-standing struggle to keep water out of their nation. The perpetual fear of flooding and their lack of a varied topography may give the impression that they are doomed, but in reality, the situation is exactly the reverse. The Dutch, forced by necessity to live below sea level and defend themselves against flooding, became masters of the water, able to direct its flow and determine which land stays dry. They constructed dams and dikes, which resulted in a sophisticated and complex water management system. They have even succeeded in recovering land from the water thanks to the efficaciousness of their methods. One of the 12 provinces that make up the Netherlands, Flevoland, was practically non-existent until the Dutch made the decision to drain the water and reclaim 1,412 square kilometers of land. Although this water management is incredibly amazing, how does it benefit them economically? Well, it's easy to raise vegetables in the Netherlands because of its extremely fertile soil. Even the reclaimed land has a great deal of growth potential. When this fertility is combined with a comprehensive water management system, the result is a country that is highly capable of developing its agricultural industry, which will become crucial in the future. For the time being, however, it's crucial to realize that the Dutch were obliged to become experts at managing both fertile land and water, which gave them a head start in agriculture and allowed them to develop faster than other countries that were not under as much pressure to innovate. I also highlighted how flat the ground was, which is actually very helpful because it makes farming and construction on flat land much easier. As a result, they are able to expand their infrastructure considerably more quickly. And the story makes much more sense when you take into consideration its physical location. Access to marine trade routes is provided by its location directly at the North Sea. The Rhine and Waal rivers that cross the Netherlands also made it possible for trade routes to develop between Germany and Switzerland. In general, however, it is much simpler to trade when one is close to other developed nations like England, Germany, and France, something the Dutch are well known for, but more on that later. Its location is advantageous, yet without some creativity, no development could take place. The Dutch pioneered the wind-powered sawmill in 1954, which resulted in a 30-fold increase in wood processing speed. They could use the wind to accomplish their tasks rather than depending on human labor. And remember how I mentioned that trade would become crucial to the Netherlands? Now that wood was being produced industrially, they could construct ships much more quickly, increasing their chances of overtaking other countries in trade. Specifically, one business seized the chance and ran with it. It was the VOC, or Dutch East India Company. This commercial business, which was founded in 1602, was given a government charter for East Asia, thereby giving it a monopoly on trade in the region. You obtain total dominance when you combine this monopoly with a country that is at the forefront of trade, ships, and invention worldwide. This business grew to such an extent that at its height, its valuation was 78 million guilders, or an astounding $7.9 trillion in current currency. To put that into perspective, the current most valuable company in the world, Microsoft, has a valuation of $3 trillion, less than 2.5 times VOC's valuation. Due to its immense strength, the Dutch East India Company was even granted the authority to form colonies, negotiate treaties, declare and carry out wars, and establish laws. However, how did this benefit the Dutch? Given the VOC's strength and influence, it makes sense to believe that it increased trade and revenue in the Netherlands. As a result, the Netherlands' economy grew to become even more of a commercial hub. Fun fact, the first stock exchange was actually established in the Netherlands in Amsterdam in 1611. Naturally, this brought in even more investment to the Netherlands. As the Netherlands developed into a major economic hub in the 17th century, highly educated individuals from all over Europe were drawn to the country. Individuals would travel to the Netherlands in quest of better paying employment and prospects, generating even more economic value and increasing the country's already substantial riches. That was, however, 400 years ago. How about right now? How is it managing to maintain its position in the global economy? These days, the Netherlands' export and agricultural industries are highly well known. The Netherlands is still very much a country of its past, with a strong emphasis on agriculture. This includes agricultural innovation as well. One of the world's top agricultural teaching institutions is the University of Wageningen, and the Dutch are always looking for ways to increase farming productivity.
A significant portion of the Netherlands' high exports can be attributed to agriculture, although the Rotterdam effect is also largely responsible. This phenomenon, named for the large port that makes the Dutch city of Rotterdam famous, refers to imports that are promptly exported back out of the nation. This occurs because, in some cases, importing goods through the Netherlands is more affordable than doing so straight from the source. Furthermore, re-exports are considered national exports, which helps to explain the Netherlands' high export levels. Actually, around half of all Dutch exports are usually attributed to the Rotterdam impact. The Netherlands attracts investments in other industries in addition to those involved in agriculture and exports. It is far more business-friendly due to its political and economic stability, as well as its availability of a highly educated and competent labor population. Returning to the Netherlands' geographic location, companies find it advantageous to be so close to other economically significant nations like Germany, as this gives them excellent access to these markets and enhances the attractiveness of starting a business there. Large firms can also discover ways to pay less in taxes thanks to the extensive and complex tax structure and tax treaties. That therefore clarifies why so many big businesses find it advantageous to have their headquarters in the Netherlands. It turns out that the Netherlands' wealth is a result of a combination of its location, history, politics, and ingenious institutions. It took centuries of innovation and rivalry to build this kind of wealth, which further emphasizes the significance of time in the accumulation of wealth. It's also intriguing to consider if the Dutch would be as wealthy now if they hadn't had to deal with the problem of preventing water from entering their homeland. And that concludes our fascinating exploration of why the Netherlands is so insanely rich. While we've only scratched the surface of this economic powerhouse, we hope you've gained valuable insights into what makes Dutch prosperity truly unique. From its innovative industries to its strategic location and strong trade ties, there are many more aspects of the Dutch economy worth exploring. We've only just begun to unravel the complexities of this remarkable nation. Thank you for joining us on this journey through Dutch prosperity. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to subscribe. It helps the channel out a lot, and YouTube thinks you'll enjoy this video too. See you next time.